Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to CS.MONEY. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Hello everyone, welcome to the CS.MONEY Asian Emperor. The name's Danny. I'm going to be covering the Beyond versus Let's Quit game. We're going to be starting things off here on those two. Where on earth is sound? There we go. Now we've got some sound to work with here. So yeah, we're going to be starting things off here with Dust 2. If you guys are wondering about the map picks, be sure to type in !pick in the chat. And you're going to know which maps have been picked by whom. But I'm going to give you a brief explanation on who ended up picking which map. So we're going to be starting things off here Dust 2. Let's Quit decided to pick this map. Our second one is going to be Beyond's map pick, which will be Mirage. And the third one, if necessary, is going to be Infernos. That's the sort of map picks we've got set up here for the best of 3. And of course, these are now elimination games we're talking about. So the loser of this one will in fact no longer have an opportunity to participate at the CS.MONEY Asian Emperor. So a lot of this is counting on these best of 3s. Let's see how this one's gonna play out. Let's Quit. Gotta be starting things off from the CD side, and they've got themselves the sort of standard setup, I guess you could say. But what is quite unstandard is the fact that QZ has got himself the fuse kit, which is nice, but a nade. A lot of times it's either going to be the flash combo or the smoke grenade, and look at that aggression coming out early on there from Let's Quit. Already, one of the players from the CD side has pushed up all the way through Longhouse, and Beyond don't seem to be aware of it. Or maybe they are. Decides to look back. There's going to be a lot of damage being dealt on Tor, but this is where Beyond will commit to the A play. And with that frag being found on one of those individuals, Beyond might actually change things up a little bit. They still got time on their side. A whole minute and 10 seconds remaining. It is going to be, yes, Beyond in fact hitting the A bombs here now. All the kills going in their favor. Not much of a response there from Rel. Let's Quit. And Rolex going to secure the final one. That's going to be 1-0 in favor of Beyond. Now, of course, guys, before we continue on with the matchup any further, gotta give a shout out to our sponsors, who are of course CS.MONEY. Be sure to head on over to CS.MONEY to get 30% off your first deposit, get 25% to all future deposits, and you can also get 20% when buying items in the new special buy mode. Let's Quit. Early grenades being thrown out in Longhouse. Some of the players from Beyond have lost a big chunk of their health, but they're very much alive and kicking. And look at that grenade spray coming in from Reckless. That grenade coming to fruition, but of course, the AK-47s finally respond. The response from the AKs, Sakula and DGQ, can actually still pick up kills when you think about it. Like the Max 7, if he's close enough, for sure he could get a kill here on John or get a kill here on Giggs. Right now, Sakula gonna position himself where, towards short or towards long. Of course, the Max 7 hardly gonna find anything towards long, but that scout shot misses, and now Beyond in a position to plant the bomb. Bomb will be planted. And the two remaining players, Sakula and DGQ, might even consider saving their weapons here. Why not? It's definitely possible. The Max 7 on that rage. Well, John was low on HP, so it does make sense. Let's see if the Max 7 can deal any more damage. Giggs is quite low on HP, but he's going to get the wraparound on the player, making the scoreline 2-0 in favor of Beyond. As for Let's Quit, they can finally... Well, actually, no. They can't really invest. They won't have a proper purchase, so they're just gonna rock the pistols. Why not? That seems to be a reasonable choice here. They're gonna play with the pistols here. They're gonna have some of those upgraded pistols coming into play. The scout in the hands of DGQ, and he's already dealing the damage. Look at Vera. He's quite low on HP. Maybe there's some more damage being dealt here. QZ should back away, even though, yes, he's only on the USP. But consider this. Maybe there's still a chance. Let's go and get a couple kills here. Maybe And some damage dealt on the terrorist economy. So far, so good for Beyond, though. Clearing things up. Rolex gonna get a kill on one. Gig secured DGQ. That only leaves 2 more players remaining. That's gonna be XF and Sakula. Sakula's gonna get 1. But overall, it is gonna be a third down here for Beyond. Probably not as clean as they hoped it to be. Especially with that kill coming in there from XF. But yes, a victory nonetheless. Double opposite has come in through Let's Quit. One of the oppers positioned towards middle. Not gonna find anything as of yet because the smoke grenades are blocking off his vision. You might see, however, Beyond fighting over some map presence. Already there's a player towards short, a couple guys outside the double doors, not committing just yet. There is one individual from Beyond who's outside Longhouse, but I don't think he's going to be part of any sort of push right now. It's just being alert here. Perfect flash wins in, and Reckless still gets the kill. Impressive. Good kill coming out from Let's Quit. And Beyond might even consider splitting the A bomb site. This is where the Longhouse player either joins his teammates towards short or will be part of the push here for long. XF. He should be good for the 1 kill. Rolex may not anticipate the player to be right behind the blue bin, but that's a position you might always want to check. But because he's walking out there by his lonesome, he may not have the time. QZ getting all the kills here for short, picking up 2, looking for 1 more here in Veta. Last man standing goes down. That's an easy round for Let's Quit. They don't even lose a single player. That's going to be great for the CT economy moving forward. Very great hold. Very well done. Nice opening kill there for Beyond. Sorry guys, my microphone was muted. Bit of a mistake. But here we do see a commitment on the B side. Sakula though, prime position to deal damage. Not only does he get the 1, he's able to find 2. That basically stops the push in its tracks. And the players finding a very difficult time here. It's still a 3 versus 3, which is not too bad here for Beyond. Rolex though, gonna find the killer here in QZ. And actually, that's not the A bomb side open. There's not a single player remaining. Veta will join his teammate. Rolex battling out here with XF, and Rolex gonna drop dead. Veta responds. That's the 1 kill for him. This leaves only Sakula in the 1 versus 2.
Bomb has been planted.
Sakula making his move too short. Not the position. Does get the one, but of course Tor will come out on top. That's not Beyond in the lead. So far they've shown us some pretty simple Counter-Strike, but their individuals are able to find the kills, and that's what really matters. I was surprised to note that Beyond were able to bounce back after that unsuccessful push on the B side. Sure, they lose 2 of their players. Still, for 3 versus 3, so it's not entirely impossible to win. But overall, a very nice success story. So Let's Quit, it's anything but that. Because here, it's back on the eco. What we do to see is some of those upgraded pistols coming into play, and QZ nails the first one. That's Gigs out of the equation for Beyond. All top being thrown out, Reckless. Gotta make sure to recover the AK-47, but you gotta wonder if Beyond wanna go towards short. That's where they lost one of their players here in Let's Quit. This is an aggressive play. Beyond may not anticipate, and there we go. Reckless finds the first one. The AK-47 might even secure yet another kill. A second one here for Reckless. And now this is the scary bit. Let's Quit. They come into this round. They only got the pistols to work with, and now suddenly they've got themselves pistols, sure, but they've got AK-47s. They've got weapons to work with. Rolex, that's not first kill in XF. Rolex gets for his second kill. Maybe they can still hold on to the bomb site. Rolex and Vera, the last 2 players surviving here. Rolex so low on HP right now, but he can't really move away from him. Mercedes, he needs to commit here. Does go down in the process, and I wonder if the bomb is... Oh, the bomb is planted from Vera. He should be able to secure this one. 1 versus 3, alright. But Reckless, no defuse. They're desperately looking for the fight here. Veda, can he survive here? The max 7 are coming in. And he will secure the final kill. But I think the bomb is too far ticked for him to get the defuse in. Or could this actually be his time? Ooh, this is risky. I think he's got it. Yep, he's definitely got it. Still enough time for DHQ to get the defuse in. That's going to be 2 rounds for Let's Quit, as they are able to win a pretty... important victory, if I'm being honest. You know, that's a bit of an upsetting victory there for Beyond. And you know what, not only are they gonna have to go for an eco, I think we might even see a double eco by this point. Just take a look at the economy. It is looking pretty bad here for Beyond. So yeah, this round's the eco. I think we might see an eco in the next round, unless the players from Beyond are in fact able to get a bomb plant. If they do secure a bomb plant, I think we might see a purchase, but it's not going to be looking great in no way, shape, or form. Let's see, however, Reckless about to have a lot of these players coming in towards him. Let's pick himself a couple here. The third one, maybe even the fourth one, as Tor is burning alive there. But finally, the short push is shut down. There's still 1 more player remaining in the form of Rolex, but he's also taken care of. That is going to be 3 to 5, and now the players from Beyond, I still don't think they have enough money to invest here. So it is going to have to be... Actually, no, they're going to go for it. 3 AK-47s. Actually, Vera might even go for the op purchase if he wants to go full glass cannon. But no, it is going to be the AK-47s brought up. The UMP in the hands of Tor. But there is a bit of a lack of utility. How would you explain that? Vera loses so much EP because his teammate decides to go, you know what? I'm going to click my right mouse button. I gotta check if my right mouse button works. And he knifes his teammate. This is, however, a B-side commitment, so it's either a full-on success story or it's a failure. So far, success players to find 3 kills here, make that a 1-player survival for Let's Quit. Beyond have penetrated the B-side hold, and that bomb plant, it's going down. Not sure. No, nothing gonna work out there for Let's Quit. That's gonna be victory for Beyond, and you know, we saw Let's Quit actually getting a streak in rounds, and because of those streak of rounds, they have lost just a bit of their lose money bonus. That if they end up losing the upcoming round, it's gonna be an eco. So the double opposite of here. They lost both players, and Vera nails the first one. Good tag there in Sakula. Still no kill, however. Zeto pretty aggressively here. Does get the first kill here, the opener for Let's Quit. That's it. That's gonna be however. We do have Gigs looking over towards the middle area. 4 players right beyond. This is a peculiar situation. You notice Reckless has pushed up all the way towards top middle. That is such a risky play. But at risk, I mean, it kind of pays off. I mean, it's still the CTs who have the advantage in this current state of affairs. Got a really good chance out of winning the 4th round here. Tor goes down, bomb being dropped. It's only John needs to remain. Actually, they don't anticipate John to come out from tunnels. This could be over here for Let's Quit because now the bomb plant coming in. It's a 2 versus 2 post plant, and on the B bomb side, those are hard to take care of. Let's see though. We're in fact seeing push coming through. Gigs now watching towards the window. Where's his teammate? Oh, yes. He's not even going to need his teammate. Gigs finds the first one at the tunnel and the last one as well. That's going to be a 7-3 scoreline, and Let's Quit. He looked so good at one point. I mean, it was a 4 versus 2, and I was thinking, right, this is definitely their round to take. But then John makes his way out of the tunnels. The CTs were unaware of that push. Takes care of 2, and in that 2 versus 2 post plan of the B bomb set, it's always difficult to retake for the CTs. This time, it was no exception. Reckless, the early getting here with the deagle and lands the headshot. Okay, that's one way to open things up for the CTs. HQ getting the tag with the scout. Still not enough to get the kill here, but maybe the pistol will get close enough to deal some more remaining damage. We'll get the CT spawn, and I mean, John, a team kill comes through. But why am I even surprised? Oh, okay, that's a nice scout jump shot. Why am I even surprised about team kills? I've seen them so many times happen here at the CS.MONEY Asian Emperor. Every single best 3 there seems to be team kill every single time. Well, we do see technical issue coming out there from one of the Beyond players. I hope it's nothing serious, and I hope we can get the fix here as soon as possible, because we want to continue on with the matchup here, folks. Absolutely. So let's hope we're going to continue on with the matchup here. As what we do know, however, I mean, Beyond, you can't deny it here, folks. This has been looking like a pretty good T-set for them. 8 rounds being acquired is very nice. With the 8 rounds to work with, they can also give themselves a pat on the back. That's how well they've been playing here. Right, because this is still the first half. There's still rounds to go, and we might even see a more dominating scrolling coming out from Beyond. I do like the fact that the issue has been fixed as soon as possible, and we can continue on with our matchup here without much of an issue here. Of course, Let's Quit. They will respond with a force fight. It's not looking great. What we have here is an AWP, a couple of those in 4s, with max 7 in the hands of Sakula. It is going to be a long house coming from here. Reckless at a peek, good kill from him, looking for more here, but it's still trades, and those are good for the T side. Do see, however, Sakula, a very aggressive play for the tunnels, is able to find the frag on 1. But that's so good for the CTs. A 4 versus 3. Beyond might even consider making a peace builder now. That's where the 3 players are heading towards. They need to deal with DGQ. He's in the prime position for damage. He's able to find the first one. Looking for more kills. Even if he's down, I actually thought that's going to be his kill. But there we go. Sakula drops the bomb carrier, leaving only Lonesome Vanna in the 1 versus 3. Make that a 1 versus 2. Bombs picked up. He's heading over towards the B bomb. But a bomb plant should be and will be going down. The 2 players here, XF and QZ, will be sticking together. That's probably the best way to go about it. And QZ, yep, he's looking for that aggressive push. Of course, in that position, Vera doesn't really know from where the players will come from, so peeking out there, trying to get the early kill is really good. He goes for it. If he gets the kill, that's suddenly a 1 versus 1 for him. Much more doable situation to win. But of course, he couldn't succeed. And if you take a look at the economy here for Beyond, it's not looking good that great for two players basically. The other guys, they're looking so good on the money department, and that's why they'll invest. At the very least, it'll even out the economical situation. If they end up losing it, then it's gonna be the good old-fashioned eco, and they'll be back with another purchase. And see John looking for some of those engagements there through the tunnel, but I'm not sure if he's gonna find anything. Of course, the players playing it somewhat safe. DGQ going for a wild spray here. Those bullets actually connect there in Rolex. Still not enough to get the kill, however, as that would have to be a lengthier spray. The players from beyond, really playing this one safe and sound. Not really committing anywhere as of yet, but there we go. The DGQ is going to turn out. He's going to be looking for those engagements here. But again, John, nice headshot from him. The Deagle reigns supreme. This is where Beyond can commit to the B bombs. They've already found a kill on one. The B side should be ill defended. Maybe with only one defender there, and QZ, though he might be the only guy here, but he's the one to get the kills, and that's what matters. He finally goes down, and it is a 1 versus 2. There's only DGQ remaining here, looking for the player here. He does cross safely, Vera. And DGQ is such a hardly winnable situation here, and I'm not sure if that was the right call to go about it. Beyond, the double peek. It wasn't really well coordinated. At the very least, Vera secures the final kill. That's going to be 9-4 in favor of Beyond. As now the players looking pretty good here, Beyond. I mean, with 9 rounds being acquired on the terrorist out of this too, this is great. I mean, this is great what they've accomplished thus far, and it looks like they're not going to slow down anytime soon. The Let's Quit players sitting only in 4 rounds, and maybe this is going to be a 10-4 scoreline because their investment here is basically non-existent. So here, Tor is going to be racking up kills. Roll is joining the back guard, and he's going to even push up with the flames. Their gigs. 10 rounds acquired. Now with the 10 rounds in their favor, what we do see is the proper investment from Let's Quit. We were looking for it, we wanted to see it happen, and now here it is. Triple op setup. I mean, Let's Quit have had a difficult time acquiring rounds. Maybe the triple op setup is what they need here. One of the operators, of course, can station towards the bomb, say towards long and towards middle. I like the movement there coming out from John. Of course, movement didn't save his life. Aggressive push coming out there from Sakula. Very aggressive push. He's made his way all the way through the tunnels. Now he's heading over towards T-spawn, and what are the odds someone from Beyond will expect a player to be there? QZ, nice kill on Diggs. Looking for more engagements here, and now this is where Sakula can pounce with the MP9. He was patient. He was making his way all the way through T-spawn, but his teammates are dying. Sakula really needs to step up to the playing field, and he's gonna get the kill on Vera. That's also the bomb being dropped to the terrorist. That's not great. Rolex finds the kill on QZ, leaving all up to Sakula, whose position, as we do know, is compromised. He was last known towards short, and he was the one to drop the bomb carrier. So Tor, where for a player to push on through? Sakula doesn't really know what's the best play here, but it's smoke. Oh yes, that's gonna net him the kill. Now it's a 1 versus 1, much more doable. Let's see if that's gonna be enough. However, Rolex in a position to even pick up the bomb though, and Rolex seems to be aware from where Sakula will come from, but the timing strikes. That is going to be 5 rounds for Let's Quit and 10 for Beyond. The terrorists, I mean, for them, that's a good scoreline. If I'm being honest, that's a pretty good scoreline. They're gonna be happy with what they've accomplished here. As Let's Quit, they might be typing in good half in the chat, but they know they really underperformed here. But as much as they have made some mistakes, you have to realize there were some very amazing rounds in which the players from Beyond were able to pull through. Like, for me, the 2 versus 4, that's one of the rounds I remember. What were some of the other rounds? I just remember, you know, a guy like Vera, get him some kills with the op, and in general, like the performance coming out here from Beyond, you have Giggs and Rolex, who are both the players sitting at 18 kills apiece. So that also really helps them out. Right, folks, here we are. The second half is upon us. Let's Quit will be starting things off on the terrorist side. It will be Beyond who will play on the city side. Beyond, of course, going for the early 1 Diffuse Kit and 2 Flashbangs combo. As for the players of Let's Quit, they're going to be investing themselves in also some utility, but definitely not a lot. As for a pistol round, the 2 smoke grenades can be useful. Let's see how they use it. Tor, in fact, John will be the one to pick up the early engagement here. He does lose a big chunk of himself, but he's also able to retreat safely, which is very important. Having the manpower advantage will be useful for Beyond in the nearby future, but they're still fighting towards the middle. USPs, looking to find the headshots here. But so far, Let's Quit have done a good job of not dying in the middle, but looks like that's the main goal right now, to commit towards the B bomb set, make the split a possibility. They find the first kill here. Meanwhile, there's still 2 players on the B side itself, so Let's Quit gonna have a difficult time pursuing their goal, as there is a player coming out from CD spawn, but they actually find one looking for the second guy. He's out there in default, he goes down. That's suddenly a winnable round for Let's Quit, and it is. Lonesome 7 HP, John is the one remaining, but he's gonna get caught out. That will be 6 rounds for Let's Quit, and the players from Beyond have to go for a save, I'd like to say. You know, they have a lot of rounds to work with. You might see a force play here, but at this point, I mean, Beyond got an advantage. Why not just go for the save here and invest later on? That seems to be like a reasonable choice to go about it, and there we go. They know that they've got the advantage. They want to get out the rifles as soon as possible. Reckless. Oops, there's a player in front of him. He switches to the spray. John, though, 15 hand. Only needs go, but he might actually get some kills here. And kills in plural. There's the first one. Could be a couple more coming through. And there's even a knife coming in lower tunnels. Extra money there for Giggs. Maybe even a second kill here. Ooh, look at how low HP this F is. Actually even goes down, leaving John now coming in for the ramp. He might get the kill here. This is looking such a winnable round here for Beyond. Now he's gonna have to stick it. He desperately needs Giggs to cover his back, as the last player is making his way through CT spawn. He's going for the jump shot. He almost gets it, and he does get it, but is there enough time? I think there is. Yeah, there is plenty of time for Giggs to get the defuse in, and that is going to be a victory here for Beyond. What a great way to go about it. I mean, that's a winner's mentality, isn't it? No, they don't even need to go for a force play here. All they have, upgraded pistols, and that's enough for them to win the round. Beautiful stuff. It's also quite beautiful is, of course, the current bonuses that are going on with CS.MONEY, so be sure to head on over to CS.MONEY. You can get yourself a 30% bonus with your first deposit, 25% to all future deposits, and you can get 20% whenever making buys with the new special buy mode. You can also get a 2% bonus in trade-ins if you add CS.MONEY to your Steam profile. So once the game's over, or before we do head on over to a quick break, be sure to head on over to CS.money. As for this round, let's quick respond with a force buy. They're gonna invest here, and worst case scenario, if they end up losing, the next round is just gonna be a mere eco. So why not? I completely understand the thought process here of the Let's Quit players. Slow round coming out from Let's Squid, which is completely understandable. I don't want to try and find some of those opening kills, but no opportunities present themselves just yet. But there we go. Veta finds the first one. Not much response from Let's Quit, but this will be part of a larger push. The full-on commitment of the A-bomb set. Smoke brings in. They're actually going to kill here in Veta. That's nice. Now they're going to cross safely in the bomb set. However, there's Dying Goose. He could deal the damage. He's dealing the damage. All right, picking up 2. And the third guy being softened up just enough for the player to come in for the retake and have an easier time here. The question is how easy it will be. The scout headshots rain in. And now there's only one more player remaining. Giggs looking for the 1 versus 2. He should be aware the last 2 players were spotted out on the side itself, and the scout, oh yes, a scout headshot. I mean, QZ, without him and his scout and those headshots, that's a winnable round for Beyond, and I thought that's how it is gonna be. The guy in Goose did so much great work. Veta is able to find the first opening kill, and it still wasn't enough for Beyond to secure the victory, and that calls for an eco. The opponents will have to just stick with the ESPs. Maybe the next round we might see the purchase, but even so, that's maybe even a double eco here for Beyond. Great way to kick things off with an eco to find the first opening kill. But still, it is going to be Let's Quit rolling onto the beat bomb set, trying to look for some of these players, winning the gunfights, and securing the round win. That's how it's looking right now, and 8 rounds are looking very plausible. There we go. And in fact, it is another eco. Absolutely, it is another eco here from Beyond. So if they don't succeed in this upcoming round, which is looking very likely because of their current purchase, which is basically non-existent, just the pistols and the scout, that's going to be 9 rounds for Let's Quit. And at one point the score only was 10-5, and Let's Quit, they're bound to have only a 2-round deficit. So that's got to be quite scary for Beyond. They thought, oh, looks like we're just running away with this matchup, we might as well come out on top here. But clearly that's not the case. Let's Quit come out here to play, even though their name might suggest otherwise. Looking for the frag here in the player. Not gonna find. Oh, there you go. Now they see him, but now they don't. Veta might recover a weapon out of this one, which is pretty nice here for the players. But of course, meanwhile, the AWP has been recovered. They're gonna make sure the sniper rifle will not be saved, but a 9-11 scoreline is inevitable. Let's see here. We do see the purchase coming out from Beyond. Absolutely. They've saved up the money, and now we do see the investment. I thought we might see a quick long hit, but now they decided to have a change of heart in the Let's Quit and have a different plan from what I can tell. Longhouse take, successful, and so is the long take in general. DGQ looking for the player on the side. There is one. Look at the movement. That's some nice B-hops. Rolex, once he knows the players are close by him, that's when he's going to chuck in the Molotov. Now there's the Let's Quit players throwing down their last bits of utility. Last-ditch effort to make this push work out, and so far so good. DGQ is able to get the one. And actually, XF now coming in from middle, and Jakes is aware of it, looking for more frags here. The Let's Go players, they haven't softened up. They are continuously pushing on the bomb side. They're losing the HP, they're losing the players, and they might as well lose the round. QZ though still gets one. It's a 1 versus 1, op versus op. John's got the angle, and if anything, QZ needs to plant the bomb here, and John should be and will come out on top. That's 12 rounds here, but beyond. See what's going on here on the map. Of course, Let's Quit. They're very much back with the investment. They've made it. They've got the weapons by their side. Now, as for the players of Beyond, however, there is one problem. The economy game. If they end up losing this round, then their economy is going to be in shambles. That's a scary scenario, but it's a likely scenario. As for the players of Let's Quit, well, let's see, however, they've slowed down quite a bit from the previous round. Not going to be going out that aggressively towards Longhouse, as we do have a couple guys in the tunnels. And we do have some other individuals grouping up and maybe thinking about the B split. For me, that's looking like the most obvious choice. We have 3 players who are out here outside double doors. They're pushing through, and you will have 2 more players making their way for the tunnels. But the tunnels guy desperately needs to succeed here, especially the bomb carrier, because if he goes down, this whole plan falls apart. Bad up, picking up yet another kill here. A lot more players from Let's Quit entering the bomb site. They're having a difficult time getting anything done here, and in fact Beyond. Not only did they win themselves the round, but they do so in a beautiful fashion without losing a single player. That's great for the economy moving forward. As for Let's Quit, on the other hand, well, they have very little rounds to work with. So it could have been an eco here, or the 4 spies. So they do decide to force it up. And I'm not sure if that's the right call, because got 2 AKs, sure, but the other guys in the pistols, the scout in the hands of QZ. Then again, we saw what his scout is capable of the round previously. So we'll see, maybe this is the right purchase. But they gotta make it work. They got a couple of players heading over towards middle, of which one has already made his way through middle, and that's the AK-47 player being dropped. Reckless is out of the picture. XF might retrieve said AK, or better yet, just hold the angle. As for Veta, there we go, gets the kill here in QZ. That's also the bomb being dropped. Let's Quit really need to change up their plans, or in fact, commit to one of the bomb sites. This is getting ridiculous. Bomb being dropped, and the other 3 players seem to be running around like headless chicken. John, that was such an aggressive play. No clue why John plays that aggressively. Maybe they're looking for map and intel Beyond, but by this point, that's unnecessary. They've got the advantage. They don't want to give anything away, and the players from Beyond have rotated from the B bomb site, leaving it completely open for an attack of Let's Quit. XF does pick up one. Veta gets the kill on one. Rolex is able to spot another individual, and DGQ may not anticipated. He does not think that the B bomb site is open, but if only he knew. That could have saved his team and his life. But here, he's alive for now. 20 seconds remaining. He's going to book it towards the B bomb site. He's going to realize that it's empty unless Veta gets it done. He does not realize that the smoke grenade has already faded, and the players from Let's Quit barely any money left in their pockets. So what we do see is probably an equal here. Yep. On the investment on the very last round. The possible last round of the first map. Oh no, QZ. Oh no, they're going for the force by here. Well, I don't know if this is the right call. Well, actually, it's not that much of a force split, if I'm being honest. I think the players will have reached maximum lose money bonus. So what that means to me is that even if they end up losing this round, they should receive around $3,000 each, which will be enough for them to pull off the purchase here. So, okay, Vetta's gonna get the kill here on Reckless, and so far the pistols not finding any success. ABQZ and his scout can change the tides. Changing the tides of warfare. Smoke grenade deployed. Now the other 4 players and try to commit. Flash is being deployed. Vetta looking for the players to come into his crosshairs. There's the first one. Looking for more players. That could be a second one. But actually, even though Vetta lands the headshot in response, QZ gets the scout headshot and he's looking for more. Again, the scout reigns supreme. He's finally shut down and except desperately looking for the bomb plant. At least he gets it. At least that's extra money for Let's Quit. But here, it's a must-win situation for Let's Go. If they don't win this one, that's probably going to be it. QZ, beautiful ways to open things up. With the mid doors, he gets the kill. However, Rolex respawn. Vetta gets the kill. That early start is falling apart, or is it though? Reckless and QZ picking up kills in long. Now there's only Lonesome John to contest with. You should be throwing down a Molotov here if you're Let's Quit. It's a pretty common position here, but you don't check John. That's a big mistake. John is able to find 2. Looking for the last one. QZ, though, if he misses the shot, that is it for the first map. And it is 16 rounds in favor of Beyond as they are able to secure the first map. And with the first map being over, we will head on over to the second map as soon as possible. But for now, folks, we're going to head on over to a very quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to CS.MONEY. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro. With